Okay, so as of the time of me recording this, the Destiny 2 dev stream happened just yesterday, and they revealed a lot of things coming up. Showed off Lightfall, showed off this season, which I'm not really going to talk about because it's, But I am going to be talking about Lightfall, and all the things I like about what they showed off, and what I'm not so sure about. So without further ado, let's get into it.
'Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day.
Alright, so my biggest complaint about the dev stream is the lack of PvP content. Look, I'm expecting a new map and a new game mode if we've been good little boys.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
And you know what, I'd like to say that's the bare minimum, but Bungie have proven time and time again that they can do much less. So to not show off any major changes, or major fixes, or new modes, or new maps, or new anything for Lightfall has me a little bit worried. In Bungie's defense, however, they didn't mention much stuff about like new strikes, or any of that. Which leads me to believe that they were mainly focusing on the campaign aspect and all the stuff that has to offer, rather than the core activities in a game. Also, the same could be said about Gambit, but I mean... who cares about Gambit?
There's no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no England.
Alright, you guys are about to hear a rare Bungie dub. These new subclasses look fucking amazing. Like, look, first of all, green. Pretty cool color. I don't know, in my unbiased opinion, I think green's pretty cool. Second of all, the concept of these is sick. Like, you're literally pulling on the strands of reality to just break everything. How sick is that? And the grapple hook that's about to turn D2 to TF2, and not the good one. My only complaint though is that the grapple hook is on every class. Look, I'm not a class supremacist or anything, but why get the class that's meant to be focused on movement and just give his movement kit to everyone? I feel like that sort of defeats the whole point of classes. This could be my slight hunter bias coming out, but still. Besides that though, it looks amazing, and let's just hope that it's able to live up to the hype.
If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain.
Another thing that's more of a mixed bag to me is the environment and the story that they roughly outlined. And for the most part, I like it, especially looking at the environment. Like, I love this aesthetic, this whole synthwave type beat. And I love that they moved away from this apocalyptic style and went for the complete opposite. Like, this is what humanity would have looked like if the collapse never happened. I think that's a sick concept, and I think that's a cool direction to go in. And it can be explored really well. My only complaint with it, though, is the whole, these people have been living without us knowing they were there the whole time. And look, this feels like it could fit in with any other MMO, any other game for that matter. Borderlands, they could pull something like this off. But for some reason, it just doesn't fit in my mind with Destiny. And this isn't directly a fault of Bungo themselves. They've sort of set a precedent that they like to hint and build up for years about any story points that they were doing. Like, they were mentioning Savathun back in Destiny 1, and we only just got the DLC this year. And the fact that there's little to no mention of these people, like, I get they were hidden, but it seems like a bit of a cop out to me. If you're a lore nerd, you can correct me. You can tell me that it's been mentioned for years, but I haven't seen it, man. And you know what? If you do that, fair games. I guess I'm stupid. It hasn't been pointed or hinted at, obviously, in the plot to me. That could just be my own stupidity, so take it with a grain of salt. There's a few other minor things that Bungo mentioned, which I thought I could add on. So they're adding a system called Guardian Ranks. I feel like this is mostly a tick list for the pros and sways, so there's something to do during the downtimes of the seasons. I feel like this could also potentially create a Galahorn situation. If I hop on an LFG and I see, must be Guardian rank 12, know what to do, 2.7 KD plus. I'm just gonna be a bit depressed, but you know, heyo. Speaking of LFGs, they also mentioned that they're finally adding a proper LFG system. You know what? 8 years is a little bit late, but it's still a welcome change, and it's gonna be a good improvement. And finally, they mentioned they're bringing back King's Fall. And I'm not really a PvE player, and I don't care too much for this raid. So in my opinion, who actually cares?